I just love how conservatives are like, we're the ones who love America, and then they do the most un-American shit. I just love how conservatives are like the left are fascists and communists and socialists, and we are the party of freedom. We respect the founding fathers and the voice of the people. And then when the voice says something they don't like, they're like, man, fuck that voice. All I heard after Roe v. Wade was overturned was the government, the federal government, should have no say so in any of this. The state government can do whatever the fuck they want, but anyway, the federal government should not have any say so in this. All this does is just send it back to the states where it belonged in the first place. That way it can be decided by the will of the people. And then states like my home state, Alabama, or like Ohio here, implemented a 6-week ban without even consulting the will of the people, and then they put it up for the will of the people, but they tried to change the rules where you had to have a higher threshold for it to change, and that failed. And then so it went for another vote, and then the will of the people was like, hey, keep the government out of my uterus. And they were like, well, the will of the people don't really matter that much. When it comes to elections, conservatives are either like, we won, or it was stolen, or we lost, but we don't give a shit. We're still going to do what we want because we're the party of freedom. How you going to say you love America when you hate Americans? I mean, I get why conservatives are so anti-choice, because you get to act like you're doing something without actually doing anything while also oppressing people. You get to fight for the unborn by holding your boot on the neck of anybody with a uterus and then not giving a fuck about that life that you fought so hard to protect while it was in the womb once it's out of the womb. You get to fight for life that doesn't exist while fighting against life that does exist. How are you going to put yourself on a pedestal saying you're just protecting life when it's inside the womb, and then once it's outside the womb, you don't even give a fuck if it eats or not? How can you say you're for freedom when your only platform is taking freedom away? And if people vote against you, then you can just ignore that too. You claim to be pro-life, but you don't give a fuck about actual life. You claim to be the party of freedom, but you do nothing but take freedom away. And you also claim to be the party of the people, but you ignore the fuck out of people when they say something you don't want to hear. None of y'all's words word.